before you begin, warm up by freely moving the joints. And as you're doing so, I'll explain a bit about the Makko Ho. The Makko Ho are a set of 6 exercises which encourage the flow of energy throughout the Meridian system. The mindful approach to the stretches was encouraged by Masanaga, a Shiatsu master who understood that meridians can be experienced with exercise. Each stretch allows the stimulation of a specific pathway of ki, releasing stagnation and harmonizing the whole. The exercises are completed in a particular order which corresponds to the concept of the movement of energy through the body. There are some strong stretches here, so do not force them, and be aware of any strain in the back. Lung and large intestine. Find a firm and comfortable base, feet hip-width apart, heels slightly away from each other. Soften your knees, allow some space in the joints. Move and release the hips and let your weight fall down from the waist. Be aware of the breath as it waves through the body. Standing on the back of the heels, your weight sinks down. If you stand long enough while the lower part of the body, from the waist to the heels, gravitates to the earth, you will discover that the upper part of the body becomes light, free and straight. As you yawn, take the arms out to the side and then up and over your head. Extend the index finger and thumb away, and as you exhale, take the arms back to their original position, noticing how you feel as you repeat the yawn and release. On your next repeat of the yawn, as you breathe out, take your hands behind your back and loosely interlock the fingers. Let the breath flow in. As you breathe out, fold into a forward release. Feel the movement of the breath right down into the sitting bones. Keep your upper body loose and relaxed. Release the spine. Experiment with the forward bend. Find the movement in the hip and enjoy the back of the sacrum opening. As you exhale, if your shoulders allow, gently raise the connected hands behind you. Breathe into this position, being aware of openness in the front of the chest and under the collarbones. To come up, sink the heels, bend the knees, roll the sitting bones under and gently unfurl. As you roll up vertebrae by vertebrae, release the hands and allow them to float up in front of you. Repeat the whole stretch once more. Modification for lung and large intestine. Follow the instructions, but just stay with the initial stretch and yawn, and omit the forward bend. Kneel on the floor and connect with the sitting bones. If this is not sensible for your knees, place a rolled towel between your thighs and knees. Let your feet be in line with your hips. Feel your sitting bones on the ground in between your heels. If this is not comfortable, support yourself with a block or folded towel. Take your attention to your hips. What does it feel like at the top of the thighs? If you feel strain, rest back on your hands. Feel that both legs are resting evenly on the mat. Begin to allow the spine to move upright as though there were a hook on your head connecting you to the sky. As you breathe out, imagine the out-breath sinking down the spine to the earth. Pay attention to the hands on the floor. Imagine that they are your feet and feel the connection with this base. sink the palms and lengthen the fingers. Go into the recline gently. Move the pelvis up and imagine you're spreading your sitting bones, sliding them towards the back of your knees. This will help both back and belly to lengthen. Try not to push your belly forwards. Once comfortable, you could continue to spread and slide the sitting bones. At the same time, be aware that your hands are part of the base. If you are comfortable in this position, gradually ease the forearms to the floor. As you breathe out, be aware of the relationship between the length in the back of the body and openness in the front of the body. Come out of this stretch slowly and with attention. Roll forward and rest here. If you are having difficulty with this stretch, try standing on the right leg and grasp the left leg behind you. You can use the wall if you like to support the raised left arm. Try to keep the knees in line. Lower the leg and the arm and repeat on the other side. Heart and small intestine. Sit with a folded blanket under your sitting bones and connect with the feeling of allowing your pelvis to sink and ground. Allow the spine to float upwards, bend the knees, bringing the soles of the feet together and letting the knees fall out to either side. Use cushions to support your knees if necessary. Be aware of balance in the position and of the weight being distributed evenly through the sitting bones. The breath moves to the sacrum, releasing the lower back and buttocks. The inhalation finds expansion across the chest as the shoulders relax. Bring the hands into prayer position as you bring your attention inside. If you are comfortable here, move the sternum forward towards your feet. Allow the breath to maintain the length in the spine. Modification. If you are sitting on a blanket and still can't find an easy balance, try moving your feet away from your pelvis until the whole position feels tall and grounded. When the knees do not go down, it is better to support the legs with cushions. Be comfortable and relaxed in this position before folding and lengthening forwards. You could also try bringing the feet closer to the body and rocking from side to side. Sit on the floor and connect with the sitting bones. Allow the legs to find a comfortable position in front of you. Bring your attention to your feet. Can you find length in the legs by moving the heels? Begin to allow the spine to move upright as though there were a hook on your head connecting you to the sky. Let the shoulders relax. The jaw and face are soft. As you let the out-breath sink down the spine, begin to move forwards as though there were a thread being pulled from your breastbone. Keep the sitting bones wide and the back of the pelvis sinking into the ground. Feel the back grow long and broad as you sink down to a comfortable position and breathe easily here. On each out-breath, allow gravity to take you down, remaining comfortable in the lower back and the top of the thighs, and allowing a bit of space in the knee joints. This position is about folding at the hip and lengthening the spine. Come back to a sitting position and notice how you feel. Modifications for kidney and bladder. Start with the knees bent, with the chest resting on the thighs. On each out breath, move the heels away from you, keeping the chest in contact with the thighs. Rest in the place where the chest and thighs begin to move apart from each other. Enjoy some resting breaths in this position. Heart protector and triple heater. Sit with a folded blanket under your sitting bones and connect with the feeling of allowing your pelvis to sink and ground. Sit comfortably with your legs crossed. Allow the spine to float upwards. Cross your arms over and allow the wrists to rest on the knees or thighs. As you exhale, fold forwards, making sure that your sitting bones remain grounded. Breathe in and out in this position, thinking about the protection that the back of the body affords the front of the body, like a tortoise in its shell. Roll up on an exhalation and repeat the exercise with your hands crossed the other way. Modifications for heart protector and triple heater. Sit comfortably on the floor or on a chair. As you exhale, fold your arms across your body, rounding the back. Inhale and open the chest, taking the arms out to the side, palms facing out. Find a comfortable seated position with support if you need it. Widen the feet and lengthen your heels away. Allow the left knee to bend, supporting the knee if necessary. Your sitting bones remain in equal contact with the ground throughout. Feel the grounding of the pelvis as the spine grows lighter and taller. Spiral towards the left as you exhale, keeping your attention on length in the spine. Let the left arm raise as you find space in the ribs. Feel the opening at the sides of the body. Sink to the side towards the extended right leg, allowing the breath to gradually extend the movement. As you move back to the upright position, check that the sitting bones are equal. On an exhalation, extend the left leg and repeat on the other side. Modification for liver and gallbladder. Stand against a wall and slide one hand down the thigh. Repeat with the opposite arm extended.